Hello, this is Gorillas Free 25. Today is Thursday, January 19th, 2017. And as a matter of fact, today is the last day that Barack Hussein Obama will be the president of the United States of America. I am going to probably highlight a reflection. I think I've already kind of hinted at that. But instead of that, I'm going to make a video about what I remember from 2008 and on. So this is just more of an overview. It was 2008 January, or actually it was the first day of February. The official nomination had began. It was on the Democratic side. It was between Barack Obama, who was the huge underdog, John Edwards, Hillary Clinton, which, seeing how much has changed since then, is pretty funny. And not only that, it was Bill Richardson. I want to say that's all I can remember. Maybe Jim Webb. I can't remember for sure. But anyway, sorry, someone distracted me. Anyway, so strangely enough, a lot of people, very similar to this past 2016 election, predicted Hillary Clinton to run away with the nomination. Well, it ended up being arguably the most grueling nomination of all time. Interestingly enough, which is funny, Hillary Clinton edged Barack Obama out with the popular vote, but the way the delegate system works, Barack Obama won. And it went down to the wire. It wasn't, the media hyped up Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton, which I'll get to probably some other time. That wasn't as close as they made it look. Bernie trailed a good 200 to 300 pledged delegates. And not only that, Barack Obama didn't have like 400 delegates on his side either to begin with, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, so Obama miraculously won the nomination. On the Republican side, it was a pretty good contest between John McCain, Mitt Romney, and Mike Huckabee, and John McCain ended up handily winning. He clinched his in the middle of March. So that's how those went. Well, the summer preceding the 2008 election, this is how the mudslinging went. The anti-Obama people, largely Republicans, were saying he was not born in America, he was a Muslim, he wasn't a Christian. Those were their mudslings. And the anti-McCain people, more on the Democrat side, were saying McCain was just like Bush, or we're calling him Mick Bush, Mick War. He was pro-war. He made a comment. John McCain made a comment saying, if we have to, we'll fight in the war another 100 years. And I will defend McCain a little bit. It was taken out of context a little bit, but at the same time, you can't say that in a nation that had been sick of going to war. And John McCain lost by 6 percentage points popular vote-wise and got trounced in the Electoral College. So, Obama won. And then in 2012, just a fast-forward recap, Mitt Romney dominated the Republican nomination. It wasn't even close. And he came close to beating Obama. He only lost by a few percentage points, but the Electoral College benefited Obama. So, who did I vote for? I actually voted for Ralph Nader in 2008, and in 2012 I did actually vote for Gary Johnson, but that's back when I used to be a single-issue voter. I was voting entirely on the war, and Obama had disappointed me, as I expected, because I'm really anti-war, and he ended up beginning other wars in Syria and whatnot. And besides that, Obama wasn't experienced, and I said that back as an 18-year-old in 2008. I had only been 18 2 months before I could vote. And I think it did reflect in his presidency. I think he maybe had some good intentions, but the lack of experience was really just, it showed a lot. So anyway, that's just to give us an overview. So how did we get here? Well, I'm going to make more videos about the election, but I was just giving a brief history of 2008. Many people don't realize that, one, Hillary Clinton didn't really have Obama's fan base. See, people think that Hillary Clinton's had this reign of popularity which screwed over Bernie Sanders in a nomination, but the fact of the matter is in 2008 nomination, her fan base, she still had the Latino votes, but there are a lot of upper middle class white people mainly, and it was mainly just white. basically Bernie Sanders almost took her fan base. It said the difference is Bernie Sanders had a large coalition of lower class, less educated white people, and Hillary Clinton had 2008 Obama's support with. Except she actually won a lot, like a wide range of voters. She won Latinos, African Americans, and the upper middle class whites. So that's the difference. I mean, I will say one thing. There's some Bernie Sanders supporters that really have no idea what they're talking about. I mean, none at all. And I didn't mind Bernie Sanders, but that's not my point. My point is his supporters are quite possibly the dumbest people at times. And I don't know if they just don't know anything about politics, but anyone who thinks that nomination was close didn't pay attention. Even if you're talking only about popular vote, it looks like she beat him out by about 13, 14%. If you don't believe me, you could add up the population of the states and then look at the popular vote. Even in the caucus totals, yes, she trounced him. Now, I will sympathize with him and say when you start out minus, 300 superdelegates in the whole, I think it was, you might be discouraged to vote, but, it's still your fault. So, I don't know. That's all there is to really say about that. So, just tell me what you think about the little reflection here. What was your experience in 2008? All right. See ya.